Good afternoon, kids. Right, so the lower tailgate door is back from the blasters. I've had it epoxy primed, and well, it's not exactly surprising, but you know, she's had more hits than Elvis. Here is the witness marks from those two patches that I showed you on the inside. Down here, if we can get the light to run across, is a massive wemo. Don't know what I'm going to do there. Down across here, someone's actually, can I get it in the lights? There you go. You can see all along here, someone's actually run into it with a grinding disc, like an actual grinding disc. Because that's all that chatter mark, all this stuff. Up along this face, we've got a big wacko here. We've got a few holes from rust. We've got a massive whammo. I'd say this one's from a toe ball, if I had to take a guess. Funnily enough, the only thing that seems to be in pristine condition is actually this louver, which you would think that'd be the first thing that got hit. Across the top, not too bad. We've got a big whack here. This edge is rolled over. But this was what was hiding behind that beautiful shiny blue panel. So, I had my suspicions. It was a bit heavy when I took it off the car. Heavy as in it had too much bog in it. We have a very old repair along this top seam. Goes all the way across and then back. This one looks like it was oxy-welded, just because of the shape and the form of the weld. Then, some sneaky little bugger has gone and TIG welded the skin to the frame across the whole length of the seam. Well, almost the whole length of the seam. They left me that much to unfold and pick. And that's nice of them. We've got a really old, looks like an oxy repair here. You can see bits of splatter. Plus the weld's sitting a little bit lower. TIG welds tend to sit high. Not to say that you can't make them lower, just it's a guess. And it doesn't matter because we're going to fix it anyway. We've got a little bit of rust damage. We've got a few low spots from when they originally tried to weld it back together. We have got the two original patch panels that were put inside, which have the witness marks right here. So someone's literally put a 3mm patch on the inside and migged it up and said, yep, good enough. On this side, we have got a very old repair here, which I would say would have been rust initially. It looks like it starts up here, runs across, up, comes across the seam. That looks like an oxy repair as well, so pretty old. I mean, car is 60, almost 60 years old. 60, yeah, it's 58, 59 years old, somewhere around there. So, what doesn't really matter, what we'll end up doing, I think, is I will unpick the skin. Because I've got precious little room to access the back of it. So what I'll do, I'll just bugger off the whole skin. I'll make a new one from scratch. Now, it looks quite daunting, but it's not that bad. At least I don't think so, not yet, but their words I'll come to regret, I'm sure. We've got one radius fold here, 2, 3. That's like 3/4 of the panel in 3 folds. So what I'll probably end up doing, I'll have a crack tomorrow. You see it's afternoon at the moment, and I want to go home. What I'll do, I'll make a panel that's sort of from here across and just see if I can replicate this. So I'll have a panel with one big long fold, and then I'll have a second return, which will be this one, which will bring the panel back up onto this plane instead of facing down. I'll have a slit that's cut here and a slit that's cut there, and I'll leave this one coming down. I'll run the second fold further down to get the step between the upper and the lower, so the upper, the mid, and the lower section. And then I'll have a gap in here so I can panel beat this radius section, and literally I'll be welding from here into there and back. And then I've got to undo all these spot welds to get the skin off, because the skin is attached to the hinge. Well, at least that's my guesstimate anyway. I haven't pulled it apart, we'll find out. So if I can replicate this before I pull it apart, I think I will. Knowing me, I can't leave well enough alone. This I like. I really like the louver idea, but I did notice on the car when it was still in paint that this louver was sort of a bit wonky. It didn't quite line up, and I'm pretty sure that's because of all this bog that's in here, all of this. Because they had to fill it up so much, it made this section higher, which made this look like it was wonky. Now, I wasn't sure if that was factory or if that was because of somebody else's dodginess. So I think what I'll do, I'm not sure if I really want to keep the louver or not. It's going to be a real pain in the ass to recreate, so I might actually replace it with a flush mount LED to illuminate the tail light. yeah, I think that's about it. That's enough tale of woe for today. You've suffered through 5 minutes of listening to my voice. But it is a cautionary tale, I guess. Don't buy the shiny car. The rusty car is a bit more honest. Anyway, have fun.